In this video, we're going to be using Speick Men Active Shaving Soap and the TI Spartacus with a brand new edge. Stay tuned. Hey there, folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host, CDB. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and we have a nice one for you today. I think we're traveling to Germany once again, and we're going to be using Speick. I don't actually know how you say that. I actually looked it up, and in some places they say it almost like Speick. Some places they say Speick on Badger and Blade. They seem to favor Speick. So if you're from Germany and know how this is pronounced and I'm wrong, please let me know below. This is a nice soap. I love the scent on this. It's really a clean, fresh scent. Almost reminds me of like 7-Up or Sprite. Almost lemon lime-ish. Lightly scented, certainly not to medium, but a very nice, clean, fresh scent. The cost on this at Maggard's is $13.99 for 150 grams or 5.29 ounces. And that is an exceptional price of $2.64 an ounce. So very, very nice. Again, I really love the scent of this stuff. It's clean, it's fresh, it's not overwhelming at all. I'll show you the ingredients right there. And this is a vegan product, I do believe. And again, we look forward to using this today. We're also going to be using the TI Tears Assard. This is Spartacus, and I put a brand new edge on this yesterday. Previously had the Mike Baker Arkansas progression, and I put my own edge on it yesterday, and we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and get to misting today. Standard, maybe a little under 24 hours growth. I'm shaving a little early this morning, but that's okay. Just applying water to the face here with a misting bottle, and I will link the products I'm using here below. And today's brush is the PAA Amber Aerolite brush, which I really enjoy. Our daily driving Captain's Choice bowl. And we think we have a nice lather with the Speick Active. Two versions. There's just a regular Speick and Active. And I prefer the scent of Active. It's a little cleaner, fresher, sportier. I really like it. And by the way, I want to mention something. By the way, don't forget, there are two soaps now that are of great interest to a lot of people. First, we'll show you the picture of the Stallion. Stink Like a Stallion, available at Ariana and Evans. So check that out if you like. That soap will not always remain with that label. So if you want to honor the Stallion, and we all do, I certainly bought it. Get that now from the Shaving Shop Club. If you're a member of the club, that is. Pick it up. And also, PAA just released Bailey's Irish Coffee, which was originally released back in 2014, and it had my face on it. And this one does too, if you look at the image right there, because I do like an Irish coffee. I don't have one today, but you can bet when I get that, we will be doing an unboxing with an Irish coffee, and I'll give you the recipe that I use if you're interested. Really, really great drink, I think. And I used to have them all the time when I made my videos, but I don't drink them as much these days. I tend to do it in the wintertime, but just haven't had as much time. And with working and stuff, you can't really be drinking liquor, before work. But anyway, that will be on sale through the month of March. I'll put links to all the Irish coffee products below. And I hope you enjoyed it. I haven't smelled it yet, so I don't even know what it smells like, but I hope people will enjoy it. Should be nice. Looking forward to getting that one for sure. Okay, we're dripping water all over the place, or lather, I should say. And so the progression with this one, since the bevel was already set, Mike, had the bevel set and everything, I took it down to the Shapton Glass HC, the HC for high carbon, 4,000. Then I took it to the Shapton Glass 8,000. Took it to the Naninois 12K, and then the Sihiro 20K. So that's that is the progression that we've put on this razor, and hopefully it is good. We shall see. I really like the scent on this soap. I must say it's quite nice. So let's get our hands dry and get going here and see how we've done. You never know. I'm still in the novice stages of honing, so you never know what you're going to get. But I'm really trying to get that nice, sharp, smooth edge, and that's feeling really nice. So far, almost effortless cutting. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So far, that is impressive. I am really digging that. We'll do more work in the on the neck before I get super jubilant, but that is feeling quite nice. So maybe we're on to something today with this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. That's very nice indeed. So the standard Arkansas progression that it was honed with was a little bit toothy. So what I wanted to do is add a little bit of sharpness and smoothness, and we have done that. That is very nice. So I am super happy with this edge. This is very good. And again, I took it down. Keep in mind, Shafton Glass has HR and HC. The HR is more for tools and so forth. The HC is for high carbon. It's for tools and straight razors. And I use 4K, 8K, then onto the Nano Y12, and then onto this Hero 20K. And this edge right here is extremely smooth. Wow. There's no roughness in this edge whatsoever, and it is cutting well. So I am super happy with this. And I got to thank a lot of people. The Stallion, obviously, for getting me started. Without the Stallion, I wouldn't be here. And also David Gonzalez. Since I talked to David so much, I don't credit him as much as I should, but he's also instrumental in my straight razor shaving and encouraging me. The Stallion and David Gonzalez were two of the biggest influences when I first started. And also, obviously, Maddie Lindholm, Dave Card, and Frank Stromberg were very, very helpful to me. But recently, I have been taking a lot of instruction from Michael Schultz. And you've heard me talk about his edges before, and he has some of the best edges that I've ever tried, if not the best. And I've been, taking instruction from him. And one of the pieces of advice that he's given me is, just because you have a bunch of stones doesn't mean you have to use them all. Cut down the number of stones you're using. Don't over-hone. And I think the tendency for a new person, especially me, is to over-hone, to do too much, to try to use all those stones because you have them. And they really need to be used situationally. Some razors or progressions might call for using, a few extra stones in your progression, but some don't. And this one, just taking it back to the 4K, 8K, 12 and 20 is magic. So this edge is, boy, I'm happy with it today. Woo. That is exactly what I'm looking for in an edge. And if I can begin to do this consistently, I'm going to be very happy with it. Now we'll see, because I've got a couple of other blades that I've honed. So we'll see if that consistency is there, but this one is good. I'm very proud of this one. So this is a great day. There's nothing better than, getting that type of edge that you really like and feels to your preference. Because keep in mind, not everybody likes the same thing. Some people like it, they call it buttery, a little smoother. Some people want it a little more on the sharp side. Some people just prefer absolute smoothness. Some people like a cuticle edge, which feels completely different. It's sharp, but it doesn't feel crazy sharp. All right. The soap, no problems with the soap today, other than it running all down my brush, but that's my fault. But again, you got to get some hydration in your lather, especially when you're straight razor shaving. I know I saw a gent yesterday who was talking about the lather dries out. He's new to straight razor shaving, I think, and he said the lather dries out by the time he gets to the other side of his face. And I find that can be the case. So make sure you get plenty of hydration in your lather. And don't be afraid to re-lather. Like if you're halfway done with your pass, you need more hydration, just stop and re-lather. Don't be afraid to do that. All right, let's continue on today with this is a Tears Assard. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, of course. Hear it cutting there? Beautiful. Wowee. I must say, the edge today is, whoo, I'm happy with that. It's just a great experience to have that edge where you want. So I need to be able to replicate this. That's always the trick, is to keep putting this edge, on razors consistently. And that's what I want to shoot for. So, but the soap today is plenty slick enough, which is what you want. Got some good scent to it. But again, I would call it lightly scented overall. Wow, that's just beautiful, that edge. Whew. I'm sorry, I'm caught up in the edge. I'll start talking about one thing and then I get caught up in edge love here. I'm sorry. Whew, very nice, very nice. Okay, that is just really good. Okay, I'm gonna try to stop droning on about that, because I use it and I'm like, oh yeah, this is great, and I kind of get caught up in it. But anyway, I'm enjoying the soap. Great scent. Plenty of slickness there. So no problem with slickness or anything like that. And again, cutting there very efficiently, which is always what I'm looking for personally, that good, effective cutting. And I want to take a moment and just thank everybody for joining these videos. Obviously put a lot of effort into the channel here, and I want to thank you all for, especially the folks who are coming back daily. I know that takes a lot of your time, but I know a lot of people do it on their commute to work, you know, like they'll turn the video on, or maybe they're at breakfast. And so good morning to you all. And I want to wish you all a great day and a great week. This is Monday, or actually it'll be Monday when the video airs. So I hope you all get off to a great week, and I hope everything is well. Today here it's raining. But you know what? The way I look at it, if it's raining, it's not snowing. So I'll take it, because we've had enough snow this year. At least for my taste. So if it's raining, it's not snowing, I'll take it. I'll take it. The weather has warmed up a little bit. We had a couple of weeks there where it was just dreadful and very unenjoyable, with snow and ice and snow and ice. And now we've had a couple of, or at least the last week was quite mild, and there were a couple of almost 70, well, one day was like 72 degrees, and the next day was, it was not quite 70, but in the sun it felt like it was 70, so it was great. And that always makes me feel great. And yeah, sometimes you'll see, a moment ago you saw a bloop of lather dropping off the face. You saw that. It does make a mess when you get more hydration in your lather. You're going to sort of fling it around, but in my opinion, there it goes. It's going all over the place. In my opinion, that's sort of the price sometimes you pay for adding a little more hydration, which is what I want, you know, because I used to lather, before I started straight razor shaving, I lathered a little more on the dry side, and sometimes you'll see little flakes of shaving soap in there where I scrape it in the bowl. No worries. But anyway, I used to lather a little bit on the dry side, and I found that because it was already dry, it would start drying out on me by the time I got to the other side of my face. So I had to revisit and change things up. And keep in mind, folks, your lathering may need to be different depending on what type of shave you're doing. But honestly, if you get good hydration in your lather, it will work in all cases. But if you don't enjoy a super hydrated lather, with the DE and so on, you can usually get away with not having a ton of hydration with no problem. And I did for years, because mine was a little on the dry side. It wasn't dry, but it was relative to what it is today, where the soap is running down the handle. It was never like that. But when I started straight razor shaving, it would dry out on me. You know, by the time I did one side of the face, this side would be drying out. And that's the one thing that you don't want with straight razor shaving in particular, is your lather to dry out, because it's critical that that blade be able to keep moving very, very easily and glide easily. And so definitely get that hydration in the lather. As long as it's slick, and as long as there's no, if you hit a dry spot and it's gummy or something like that, that's not good. That is not what you want to do when straight razor shaving, causing you to skip or something like that. So just get hydration in that lather. For me, that is key. But ultimately, if you find that the way you're doing it is working, even if it's on a little on the dry side, and it's still working great for you, then roll with it. And don't worry about what anybody has to say about your lather. The type of lather that you make, if it's working great, keep rolling with it. Man, oh man. I tell you what, this edge today is beautiful. And once again, I'm really, really surprised because this is, for me, very, very smooth. And it's often said that synthetic edges are harsh. This one is not harsh at all. It's very smooth. It's sharp. And it really has all the qualities that I want in an edge. And it's synthetic. And so you can make a smooth synthetic edge that isn't sharp or toothy. Or you can put one on a razor, I should say. You're not making it. But this one is quite good. And remember, I know the Stallion has been saying this a lot recently. Make sure you're stropping too. Usually what I like to do is strop a little bit even during the honing process. Before I get on the finishing stone. So on this, in this case, after the Nananwa 12K and before the Suhira 20K, I gave it a good stropping just to sort of smooth things out a little bit. And then I took it to the 20K for about maybe 20 laps. Very soft X strokes. And then I stropped it very, very good after that. And, you know, stropped it, made sure I dried it off, put a little bit of oil, because sometimes when you're hone, you get more water on the blade than you would like. So I always put a little, I use frog lube, but you can use mineral oil or whatever. Frog lube is non-toxic. But anyway, after I've got my edge on there, I'll always make sure to clean everything up. Strop it. Make sure we've got the pin area lubricated. And see what I did where I almost made that mistake again. That's something to be very, very careful about. And I'll use this as a teaching moment. Whenever you got your razor to your face, be careful with the offhand, because what I was going to try to do is come up and stretch a little bit there. And I hit that. And if you hit that blade when it's on your face, that is a cut, guaranteed. I got lucky that time. And I was doing something I normally don't do, which is I was going to try to stretch here. But the outcome of that, had I hit that blade, would not have been good, I promise you. So we got lucky today. So take that as a teaching moment. I'll take that as a teaching moment. Okay, let me rinse. We'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, and we are back and off cam. We did a warm water rinse. We followed it with alum, almost no stinging, which is outstanding. We did a cold water rinse following that. And then we applied the Magic made by Witches, Thayer's Cucumber Witch Hazel, which is excellent. The bowl for today, Captain's Choice Copper. The brush, PAA Amber Aerolite. The razor today was the TI Spartacus with a great edge that I'm very proud of. There is no need for me to improve on this edge. This one is how I want it. I need to be able to do this consistently because this edge is perfect for me. I'm very, very happy with that. Excellent. The soap for today was Speick Active, Speick Men Active. Really nice, had no problems with it. Clean, fresh scent. I really enjoyed it. And we shall finish things off today with Speick Men Active Aftershave. Don't forget, the Stallion now for sale, and Bailey's Irish Coffee. So check those out. I'll have links below for both if you are interested. And let's get some of this Speick going. And I hope wherever you are, you have a fantastic day. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB. And of course, I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.